here at the ADXC2. This is a jiu-jitsu featherweight bout in the gi between, as you can see from Kazakhstan, Alinur Kuatuly up against the Russian athlete Yaroslav Rymasjevkii. And I'm Howell Teague, I'm joined by my commentary partner for the rest of the evening, Braulio Estima. We're about to get things underway. How do you feel about this one?
Let's go, Howell. We're back in the game now. Quick guard pull here. Very well adjusted here by Alinur.
You know, I think that this is a great opportunity for two young up-and-coming athletes to show their skills here on the professional stage, and I'm happy to see they're wasting absolutely no time in getting things down to the mat. Immediately you see from Kazakhstan in white, Kuatuly on top, trying to pressure, but that looks like a very flexible guard.
Yeah, Yaroslav, as you can see, is very flexible, and he's doing the right thing. He's really good away here to turn into the knee bar, and a foot lock. Be careful here with the leg drag, but you know, he's doing everything really correctly, protecting the pass of Kuatuly.
And we see the clock counting up. Now this is a 3-minute round. It's much like you would expect. It's unusual for maybe jiu-jitsu, but it's much like you would expect for an MMA, if you have experience watching MMA. It's 3 rounds, Braulio. Now, each round is scored, but if there's a submission at any time, it's over.
That's it, and that's the big difference, and the intensity of the fight is not based on points, and it's about submissions and control and dominance, right? So you can see here Yaroslav is having the best out of it, even though Kuatuly is on the top, but whoever being more offensive with danger, in this case being Yaroslav, very good grips here at the moment.
Something I've noticed as well, Braulio, I'm just looking at this now, of course, on bottom, Yaroslav, he has that sort of the, you know, the straight ankle lock grip locked up. You can see the hand passed all the way across, gripping his own lapel. But both athletes have both their ankles heavily taped. Now, and of course, that is a possible sign of weakness, a possible sign of an old injury, but it's obviously something that could be good to attack.
As well as it would be a possible sign of that they've been there too many times. And I mean, Yaroslav is a very good position here. He's a threat to Kuatuly, but putting Kuatuly on the back spot, you know, it's like 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go. Sorry, it's been 20 minutes, it's 30 seconds to go, my bad. And
yeah, this has been the only real significant attack so far in this round. Now, what we're seeing is this.
He's still here attacking
nice use of like putting his hips into the lock there. He's taking it in different directions. Now you see, last 20 seconds, Yaroslav uses the leg grip to come up on top, tries to diving back take, possibly looking for a crucifix. I don't think he's going to be able to get it. Puts him back down, this Kuatuly.
That's for sure to secure the ground for Yaroslav. That's for sure. Using here the Galaxy guard here mixed with the lapel guard. Awesome.
And that is the end of the first round. Our referee, Vitor Shaolin Ribeiro, will send them back to their corners. But I'm imagining that we'll see maybe a different strategy from one or the other of these as we go into the second round. Okay, so here's a moment, some of the best moments of the match so far. And we saw that amazing sequence, Braulio, of him trying to dive up on the back. I thought he was going to go for the crucifix, but he ended up only trapping the head.
That's beautiful. And then you could see Kuatuly stepped ahead by holding the right knee, see, to protect. So he defended himself from the inverted triangle, which was a very good
dynamic movement
from Yaroslav.
And you can see the intensity on Kuatuly's face there as his opponent tried that dynamic back take, jumping up and over the back.
And Harold, this is the beauty. When you play the role, this is the amount of action that you get.
Okay, seconds are out. Cage door is closed. And we're about to get underway for round 2 here of our very first match of ADXC2. Time away. Will we see Kuatuly try to get to the mat first? I think actually, yeah, of course, it's Rymasjevkii, it was a little bit of a feint. He dived forward and then he dived back. He wanted to go down to the mat first.
Yaroslav, he does a very good guard when he's being attacked with the both underhooks. See, he's already going for the submission there.
It's no arm triangle.
Yeah,
you can see that the two arms are out.
He's
but
on, you know.
This is an interesting grip from his left hand. Hard to see exactly where it is. But is it possible for him to finish a submission
100%,
from here?
100%. We call this the Flavio Canto choke, but he actually managed to escape that. You see here, Yaroslav, he's always opening the legs. Try to get the grip from the top between his legs to stop the possibility of the pass. If you notice here, look, he has a grip with his left hand, which is between his legs. So that means his hips cannot go up anyway. So protects any kind of possibilities of Kuatuly going to the top. This time here, he's also using the grips, circling the legs, secure always one grip between the legs. It stops any kind of double underpass.
Yeah, I see Rymasjevkii. He's using now a spider guard. Earlier he was very focused on attacking the legs. Now he's going for the upper body. That shows a well-rounded game from this youngster. Of course, you know, he is only 19 years of age. He's a brown belt, recently promoted. And both of these competitors, they were active in the World Pro season of 2023. They both competed here in the Mubadala Arena. They took silver and bronze in their divisions. An interesting fact, Braulio, they competed in both the teen, the juvenile categories, and they also moved up into the adult categories for the same tournament. I think that's a sign of things that we're going to see a lot from these two young men in the future.
For sure. You can see here, Yaroslav is very technical, and you can see that he's not afraid and kind of stepping ahead constantly.
That's an interesting restart there from our referee, because, you know, we don't want to see the match sort of get stuck in any particular positions, and if our referees don't see enough forward progress, enough meaningful attacks, then he's going to put a stop to things and he's going to reset them in a neutral spot. But we're right back to a very reminiscent of the first round here.
Yes, the same attack on the foot, but to the other side, and you can tell that Kuatuly is a little bit frustrated because I think he wants to start from the bottom at some point, and then Yaroslav is not giving him no option whatsoever, showing a lot of more experience.
As a technician, and obviously as a coach and a teacher of jiu-jitsu as well, you maybe like to see Rymasjevkii change his strategy a little at this point. You know, as we come to the last 10 seconds of the second round, he hasn't found the opening that he's been looking for so far. 6 minutes into this match, we have another, 3-minute round to go. Do you think that he should change his game for the third round, or do you think that he should persist?
I think he's trying to figure out how he can get to the best position. He got in a very good position, but Kuatuly is defending really incredibly well, right? It's not that whatever Yaroslav is not doing is not working. Is that Kuatuly is defending really well, advancing, and the third round is going to make a huge difference now, because I feel like Kuatuly has to pull guard ASAP. Here, look, see the stoppage between the grip around the armpits there to stop with the possibility of the choke there. The only reason that he didn't get the choke is because his left hand was under the armpits. It should be actually under the neck. But again, see, he's holding the legs, going underneath, make the good grips here, Yaroslav. But look, Kuatuly is controlled with a good base and cancelling the development of Yaroslav.
That big furry hat almost in the way of the entire camera shot right there, that fox fur hat.
Look at this, how he shifts, he's controlling the grip. He's not in panic on anything. Surprisingly very controlled for a purple belt against a brown belt.
Well, that's it, the end of our rest period. The corners are being sent back out, and our referee, Vitor Shaolin, will get us underway for the third and final stanza of this 3-round match. 3 rounds of 3 minutes. These are pretty quick rounds. You know, this is something that may be something new for a lot of competitors.
Here, see again, Yaroslav ending on the bottom.
Because a lot of competitors are used, Braulio, they're used to competing in matches of 5 minutes, 6 minutes, up to 10 minutes for the black belts.
It is.
And then being asked to compete here in an event where you have a 3-minute round, you know, that's a different prospect, and it forces them to get busy and to maybe start being a little bit more aggressive with their attacks, right?
And as well as there is no points. It's about dominance, it's about attack, so that's opened up a lot more games. For example, Kuatuly is doing the right thing here. He doesn't care if he's going to up on the bottom. He wants to go for submissions. He's going to get a better position to go to the back. Here a little bit of exchange on the legs grips.
And it's not like Kuatuly hasn't tried to pass the guard. He certainly has, but the flexibility of Rymasjevkii has been, you know, really a tricky puzzle to solve. And we actually see a warning from our referee, Vitor Shaolin Ribeiro. He's insisting that, no, you need to keep moving. But sometimes, especially with the gi grips, Braulio, it's kind of hard. You get a bit stuck, right?
Yeah, there's a situation that there's a possibility that the judge will put them up back again, because he got stuck again in the same position. And it's very tangled.
Now, it's not really a legitimate submission threat there from that straight ankle. They're in this position, but now we see Kuatuly is on top. He has his head driving forward. He has a very good grip of the bottom leg, but I like the way that Rymasjevkii is building pace.
But the thing is, you can see now, I feel that he has to kind of either go for submission or get a 10 and 8, because I feel like the 2 first rounds was for Yaroslav.
You see that? Did you see it that way so far? If you were a judge?
If I was a judge, yeah. Even though like Kuatuly was on top, but Yaroslav had a much more dominant grip and got into better positions than at the moment. Now Kuatuly is winning this round, but now the first 2, in my opinion.
Trying to work his way around, but look at that lapel. Is wrapped around the foot. Is going to be very difficult for him to go in either direction with the lapel like that. It's all the way up into the back of the gi jacket. You see how, yeah, our referee takes it off. But we're back into this.
Ripping it out with the arm between the legs. It's very hard to pass with the...
And now, first time we really see them up against the cage. Kuatuly is actually, it's not a legitimate triangle, it's an arm in, but it's hard to see if the hand has a grip maybe of the collar, but there's a lot of pressure on that, but he's driving his opponent into the cage for the first time.
Yeah, he did switch a little bit to the side to get to the neck, but it's getting there.
Oh, I see now. The right hand of Kuatuly is, Rymasjevkii is all the way up onto the back, so it's not a submission threat. It's all the way up onto the back of the belt, simply holding him down, holding posture. And we will go to the judges' scorecards.
Yeah, but this time now I feel like with the, even though the arm wasn't on the neck, but there was a danger of submission. I think Yaroslav played a very good strategy against Kuatuly. You can tell that they've been checking each other out on this journey. But I'm telling you, Kuatuly did an amazing job defending and dealing with the attacks of Yaroslav that showed a lot of technical aspects on his game. Amazing guard.
Well, the officials will gather the scorecards together, and we will have the official announcement in just a minute here. Now, I'm not going to make any predictions this time, Braulio, based on the last time we were here at ADXC. You know, there were some upsets. There definitely were some interesting decisions, and you know, it's,
we're not judges.
We're not judges. We see the fight very differently.
Exactly. Yeah. But in my opinion, I think Yaroslav won that.
Okay.
What do you think?
I'm not going to pick a single... I'm not doing it this time. I'm going to try and stay objective. I'm just going to call the action. I really... I don't want to make any mistakes here. But let's see how the result's going to go.
Ladies and gentlemen, 3 rounds. Our judges at cage side are all in agreement at 30-27. For your winner by unanimous decision, Yaroslav Rymasjevkii.
Well, Braulio, you called it, and I gotta say that I wasn't going to announce it, but I did agree with you. I felt like Yaroslav definitely got that one based on, what do you think? It was the submission attacks?
I think it was a lot of more dominance happening during the fight. The approach